Hello everyone, welcome to our this week's ministry moment as we continue our 7-part series on some simple spiritual practices to do in the new year. Today's spiritual practice is again a bit of a different one, and it is, well, I think, best described as just stop trying to be someone else than who you are with God. When I was first going on this journey to become ordained as an Anglican priest, one of the things, the hoops you have to jump through, I guess, is called ACPO. It's the Anglican Committee on Postulants for Ordination. It is a weekend away with a group of highly trained assessors who help you to discern whether you're really being called by God to be a priest. I had done that with my own diocese, but this was the national church's committee. You need their stamp of approval if you're going to be ordained. It's a pretty big moment and a pretty stressful time where for 3 days, 15 wannabe priests and 15 assessors meet, and they watch everything you do and they interview you over and over to decide if you are really and truly called. All 15 of them have to agree for you to get the okay. There were 4 of us from my seminary and that were from the same diocese who were all going to this weekend at the same time, and our bishop at the time, Bishop Mason, came to Toronto and took us all out to lunch at the Swiss Chalet to give us a bit of a pep talk and to give us some guidance. As we were walking back up the steps to the seminary, all of us feeling our own tension and all of us sort of getting lost in our own selves, one member of our group suddenly stopped. She grabbed a hold of the bishop and she just said, "Just tell me who I need to be for this weekend and I will be that person. Just tell me who I need to be." She was the most vocal of our group, but I think all of us, in a way, were thinking of that. Bishop Peter turned to us and said, "Look at the 4 of you. I don't think there could be 4 more different people than the 4 of you. And yet I know that all of you are called by God to the ministry He's calling you to." Sometimes we feel we need to be someone else. We do that a lot with people around us and at work and at school, but sometimes we try to do that with God as well, and yet God knows exactly who we are. He's created us exactly as we are, and He wants us to be who we are and who He's called us to. And it is hard for us to find our way in life and to find our way in the ministries that He wants us to be a part of if we're trying to be someone else with God. And so try to give that up. Try to be who you are, who God has called you to be, who God has made you to be. Now this, of course, if you take it to the extreme, gives us permission to do all sorts of things we're not supposed to do. That's not what I'm talking about. But just a sense that God knows who you are and wants you to be that person. And wants you to be that person with Him and with the rest of the world. And when we give up some of the masks that we tend to wear, we will find a comfort and a peace that we won't find anywhere else. Take care, my friends, and I will see you again next week. God bless.